What's up? What's up, everybody? Armchair Quarterbacks here, just me today. Uh, Going over your week 8 previews. This one we've got the Commish versus Cup My Team Into Pieces. That is me versus Daniel. Currently, I am starting Justin Herbert, Puka Nakua, Jordan Addison, Brees Hall, Ken Walker, Dallas Goedert, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Austin Eckler. Now for both Herbert and Eckler here, they're going up against Chicago. So we're hoping for a bounce back game for both players. Chicago's a pretty leaky defense. That should be a pretty decent matchup there. Puka Nakua and also Cooper Kupp, because I'm going to get to him later. But Puka Nakua, they're both going up against Dallas's defense, which is a top tier defense. So we're really hoping for both Puka Nakua and Cooper Kupp on Daniel's team. That the Rams O-line, they can play better. They can give Stafford some pretty decent protection and actually some time to throw the ball. If they can do that, then Puka Nakua and Kupp could possibly go off. This is supposed to be one of the higher betting lines. Let's take a look here. Rams and Dallas. The over-under is currently about 46, 45 and a half, with Dallas as the favorite and the Rams as the underdog. So it's interesting here. We'll see. Rams might have to air it out a little bit more. I've also got Jordan Addison going up against Green Bay. Now with Jordan Addison, I'm just hoping that he can keep his production going from the Monday Night Football game that happened with up against San Francisco. He had 31 points, I believe it was, 29 points. So hopefully that production can continue on. Brees Hall, battle of the New York teams. Really just hoping that the team has figured out a better way to scheme him into the offense. They're upping his usage finally. So we'll see how that goes. They did have a bye week, so he had some time to rest up and heal up even more. So it should be pretty decent. Ken Walker, he's going up against here the Cleveland defense, really stout defense. If Charbonnet plays, we'll see what that split usage will be. If Charbonnet doesn't play, hopefully Ken Walker will get the same amount of touches here and be just as productive, maybe hopefully get a TD. Dallas Goedert, again, same thing. Hopefully he can keep the production just like last week. That was great. If not, I can see Philly trying to throw to Devonta Smith a little bit more to try and get him out of that rut, whatever's going on over there. But they've got a lot of options here, and it's possible that any player can see a drop in production. Hopefully it's not Dallas Goedert. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's going up against Vegas. This is an interesting game because they both can air out the ball. Jimmy G might possibly play in this game. So if he does play in this game, it could be a back and forth shootout. Taking a look here at the betting odds. It's at 45 with Detroit favored 7.5 points. So it'll be interesting to see what that shootout looks like, or possible shootout, I should say. And then Austin Eckler, same thing as Justin Herbert, hoping for a bounce back game. Taking a look here at Daniel's team, he's currently starting Joe Burrow, Chris Olave, Cooper Kupp, James Cook, Saquon Barkley, George Kittle, Deonta Foreman, and Tony Pollard. Joe Burrow, he's coming off the bye week, playing up against San Francisco. San Francisco did get embarrassed just this week, or last week, I should say, against Minnesota. So they might possibly look to redeem themselves here in this game against Joe Burrow and the high-powered Cincinnati offense. However, their offense hasn't been as high-powered as we expected it to start the season. They have looked better in their last couple of games. However, they're coming off a bye week, so it's possible they might have rested a little too much. I don't know. But I doubt that. They still have their practices throughout the bye week. So Joe Burrow should still be pretty decent. I think this is a pretty high over-under as well. 46 points. San Francisco is currently favored by -6. So yeah, I think Joe Burrow might have to air it out. So that could work in his favor. Chris Olave, you're just hoping that Derek Carr is healthy, his shoulders feeling better, and he can throw the ball down the field again. Otherwise, Olave might have to try and steal some slant routes from Michael Thomas. Besides that, yeah, I don't know. Cooper Kupp, I spoke about him. James Cook, you want the same production, same touches as he had last week, same efficiency, and then you'll be great. You'll be happy. Saquon Barkley, he hurt his elbow last week. I believe he slightly hyperextended it when he was going down to the ground. But I don't think that injury is going to hold him out of this game. He should play, and he's been getting the touches. So, he's, as long as he can produce and the elbow injury doesn't affect him more than we think it would, he should be fine. George Kittle, I've talked about him plenty of times before. It really depends on the offense here. Again, playing against Cincinnati and Joe Burrow. However, George Kittle is in the offense with Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey. They also have what's his name? Greg Jennings, I think is his name. Brock Purdy has plenty of options to throw to. It really depends more so who this game is favoring. So it could be a George Kittle game. It could be a CMC game. It really depends on the game script. Deonta Foreman, there's two possibilities I can see here. If Roschon Johnson does not clear concussion protocol and is out again, I don't think Chicago really has anybody else behind Deonta Foreman. So I think he might possibly see the same amount of usage as he did last week. Efficiency wise, he might hit the same thing. He might hit it and be just as efficient. He might not, but the usage should still be there. Now, if Roschon Johnson does clear concussion protocol and he does play, it's more likely going to be a split between Johnson and Foreman. Now, what that split is up in the air. It's to be seen. It could be a 50-50 split. It could be 70-30 in favor of Foreman or in favor of Johnson. You never know. But so just keep an eye on that, Roschon Johnson, see if he plays or not. And then if not, you're going to want to start him. If he does play, then, you might possibly look to move somewhere else, might not, maybe. It's up to you. And then Tony Pollard, this is up against the Rams. The Rams are pretty good up against the defense. They've been bad against the pass. So Dak Prescott might actually pass the ball and air it out a little bit more. But if that ends up being the case and the Cowboys end up going up above over the Rams, that might game script Tony Pollard to get some just garbage time points there. All right, so that's the Week 8 preview for the commish versus Cut My Team Into Pieces. Good luck to you, Daniel. Hopefully not too much luck because I still want to win this week. But yeah, that'll be it for this one. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.